big news coming out of the camp of Ilia Topuria. He is back. The champ is back, as he said on his Instagram, and we just found out that the plea deal, or that the deal that Ilia Topuria's side proposed a few months ago, it has been finally accepted by the other side, by the ex-wife of Ilia Topuria. So he will be able to see his kids again. He was able to see his son, I think, but the daughter, there were some problems there. Luckily, all has been settled, all has been done. It is also seemed to confirm that Ilia Topuria is no wife beater. We are not wife beaters. So that is, of course, good news. I'm very happy for him. And he said himself, the champ is back on Instagram. So he's ready to come back. Now, the lightweight division, the UFC has missed him. The lightweight division has missed him. He hasn't fought since June of 2025. Obviously, he was not the most active guy. Last fight before that was in October 2024. So let's hope that he will come back pretty soon and then fight twice in 2026. That would be the ideal scenario. But who is he fighting next? Obviously, we kind of know, like, the UFC wants him to fight Gaethje, right? That's what the UFC wants, because he's the interim champion and they need to unify those belts. But it has happened before that doesn't actually happen, that the interim champion doesn't get to unify the belt. Tomás Pinal is the latest example, because Jon Jones, at the end of the day, just did not want to fight him. He fought Stipe and then let Tomás Pinal defend his interim belt. So it could happen that we see something similar. But I think that the UFC will be less lenient with Ilia Topuria, because they saw, okay, Jon Jones kind of fucked us over. We wanted him to fight Aspinall after, but that just didn't happen, and Jon Jones basically cooked us. And now we won't trust these guys as much as they used to before. Especially with Ilia Topuria as well, like, you know, this guy might just vacate his belt again and go up to welterweight. So I think they will be less lenient. They will want to make this fight at a certain date, but Ilia wanted to fight Paddy, right? At lightweight. That's the only fight he really wanted. He didn't want the Gaethje fight because that's not interesting. He didn't want the Arma fight because he felt like that's not interesting either. Now he gets Gaethje at lightweight. Is he going to take this fight? That's the question. I think it's 50-50. I think that the UFC will push him to take this fight. Sorry. The UFC will push him to take this fight, but he will not be too happy. He wanted Paddy, obviously. He's not going to want Arman either. He will want Islam then. But seems like Islam is busy with defending the title at 170. He gets a 170 here. Probably going to be Usman or Morales. So once again, he'll have to look at lightweight. He's not going back to 145 either, so that's out of the picture completely. As I said, the UFC will want this guy to fight Gaethje, and I think if there was no situation like this before where he wasn't able to fight because of the issues, court issues, law issues that he's had, that he would maybe look for something else. But because he's been out for so long, he'll probably just be like, at some point, you know what, okay, I will fight Justin Gaethje. I think that is the next fight. It is the next logical fight. I would still rather have him fight Arman, but I kind of know that he won't fight Arman. If it isn't Gaethje, or I mean, if it isn't Paddy, it will be Gaethje. I don't see him wanting anyone else. Obviously, Gaethje just beat Paddy, so Paddy's out of the picture. So I would say Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje, and then of course we need to know when. Right, he wants to come back probably pretty soon. I don't think he sees Gaethje as like some huge issue that he needs a long training camp with a lot of grapplers or whatever. I think he could come back pretty fast, but the UFC will obviously save him for the White House card. I think this is nothing crazy to say. They need an American anyway, American champion, American anything on the card, right? They do need it. So that's going to be Justin Gaethje. And they know he's going to get cooked, but still he's an American champion they can maybe put in on the main event. Because no one else as an American is champion except for Kyle Harrison. I don't think they would want to put a women's fight as the main event. So they'll probably have Gaethje versus Ilia, right? And Ilia is obviously a huge name, so that makes sense. They will have their big American star get cooked in round 1 probably. But at the end of the day, I don't know if the UFC cares that much. They just need to promote it as an American fighting at the event. So Ilia Topuria is back. We are all happy about this news, right? He is no wife beater. We did not beat any women. At least not our wives. I don't know what else he got going on, but that's a joke. But very happy with this. He will be fighting Justin Gaethje. He will be fighting at the White House. And that's at least my prediction. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.